He walked out.
He didn't get stabbed.
Go ahead, shut the shit up. Okay. Y'all don't like him? We're gonna have him on the show. We're gonna have the biggest guests in the world on the show. Biggest guests in the world. Trust me.
Shout out to Vlad.
Yeah, we do. Shout out to Vlad. When you and 50 didn't want me to do Vlad, right? And laughing on the jet. Why are you doing Vlad?
Oh, damn. Now, Tony Yayo, he loves to talk about and brag about the life he's living because of 50.
Why you doing Vlad? Why you doing Vlad? I went to YouTube as my place to have fun. I got a lot of haters. I got a lot of people that love me. Shout out to all the people that watch me. But Vlad took me from. Let's start from the beginning. Math Hoffa. The show was on fire. Shout out to Math Hoffa.
I woke up this morning, was born out in Kingston and leaving Jamaica abroad, not to England.
Oi! Yeah, Nicki Minaj. Yeah. Oi! Yeah, my people, mad again, you know, bad again, you see it? Now, you don't know my love touch in and out on the international scene and update my Jamaicans with what I go on with the foreigners them who, you know, we look up to, who I believe said Jamaica for have some level of interest in. You see me? People who are important to the world through the music and the art and the entertainment. You get me? I say? From a different, you know, international scene that, you know, Jamaica hasn't seen or do not see on a regular. You get what I say? So may I help to bring awareness, you know, to these very entertaining badasses, MFKRs. You get what I'm saying? Now, these are the G-Unit squad. Y'all know Uncle Murda. And Uncle Murda was signed to the G-Unit crew, I believe, like in around the 2010, 11, somewhere around there. I may just be wrong, because I remember when I was, the first time I heard Uncle Murda song, right? It was a badass song with a lot of wordplay. You know, I remember I loved the first song that had put him out there to the world. And, you know, big shout out to 50 Cent for signing Uncle Murda, because, you know, he has been entertaining a large mass of audience with his raps and his persona. You know, his character being himself, you know, is what people really love and what have gravitated the audience and the attention, right? So big up to Uncle Murda. We seen him, you know, traverse through certain levels of success and of life. And we've seen maturity and we've seen the joy now. You know, just like how Vibes Cartel is important to the game and to the entertainment world and to the art and the music, you know, likewise 50 Cent. And likewise, these gangster rappers and, you know, real life gangster guys who made it through the roughest and the toughest, you know what I mean? These people held down the G-Unit squad and held it down for 50 Cent, the top general. And, you know, my Jamaicans, they must love Tony Yayo, you know what I mean? Because Tony Yayo, he got this big break into the music. Because, you know, we all knew 50 had signed him. I think one of the time, like while he was in prison, I believe it was, you know, or it was just before he went to prison. So the world had their eyes open and they wanted Tony Yayo to free. We all wanted Tony Yayo to free. And this was around like 2006, and I may be wrong again, but I remember, you know, I remember the whole G-Unit legacy and history and their accomplishment. Shout out to 50, who had transitioned from a major rap star to a mogul in the business field, of becoming one of the greatest entrepreneur from, being a rapper, and that is why we have to talk about Vibes Cartel, who we've seen done the same shit here in Jamaica and across the Caribbean, right across the world, from his music to business, to becoming a successful businessman, you know what I mean? And, they really tie and related. And as I'm telling about energy that attracts, because 50 Cent and Vibes Cartel had got the chance to meet and they had performed on the same show. 50 Cent was an explosion. He blew up one of the biggest ways, you know what I mean? Until it became a point where even Jay-Z and all of the major rap stars were threatened, because of 50 Cent just took over the rap game by storm. Beyonce loved his songs and she collaborated with him, and everyone wanted a piece of 50. And shout out to 50 for keeping it real, holding it down, being the true gangster he is. Like, he is one of the last of the dying breed. When people say that, you're like a one of a kind. You know what I mean? Yeah, so what we're bringing forward today is the fact that Uncle Murda and Uncle Murda, right, can't say murder like C Murder, because we have to take the time out to shout out to C Murder. His parole was refused, it was denied, you know what I mean? And we've seen some back and forth with Master P, because Master P is C Murder brother, right? And we have seen C Murder been behind bars ever since we were a child, you know what I mean? A lot of us. So, free C Murder. I mean, a lot of people believe that there's no more hope and possibility of him being freed, but we still have to keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best, because he wants to come out. We saw Kim Kardashian try to help to free him, being some legal representative for him. Because, they say Kim Kardashian love the black guys and our black culture. And, she has been a part of it by help supporting a lot of black empowerment and movements. Shout out to Kim Kardashian and the whole Jenner family and everybody. You get what I'm saying? All the Kardashian, Kanye West. Shout out to Master P, Free C Murder, even though his parole was denied. And it's just crazy. A lot of people think that he has to now just, do the entire time. And a lot of people believe that the system there, the court system and their law, in that particular state where C Murder was charged and is serving life, right? A lot of people believe that the system is just against him, because a lot of the evidence points to him being innocent, but for some reason they are not willing. The authorities there, they don't see him willing to give him a fair trial. So it's just crazy. Imagine serving so many years, over 20 years behind the bars, or even 20 years, and you're innocent, and these people who should take the time to make sure that, everything is properly served and, treated fairly. Everyone gets the chance of a fair trial. And in C Murder case, who is Master P brother, it doesn't seem as he have been getting any fair chance. It seems as if they just throw the book at him, similar to Shines and P Diddy whole episode there with, Shines have to serve time when he was innocent all along. I see him saying, and people have been saying that for years, because the streets know what's up. For years we have been hearing what had went down. So with this show now, right? So free C Murder, we'll probably have to do another vlog for him specifically. And Master P going crazy right now because seeing that his brother, people love him. Master P fans love C Murder, and C Murder was a great rapper before, he had been locked up and things, but that's just how life goes. Sometimes you're at the wrong place at the wrong time, because I believe that is what the predicament that C Murder got himself in. And Masterpiece complaining that he should have not used the name C Murder, in his parole hearing. I think he used the name C Murder, and the according to the authorities there, who would judge him and try to find if he deserve another chance out here in the world, those people seems to have been, they seem to not take him seriously, seeing that the fact that he still goes by the name C Murder. So Master P is complaining, seeing that he needs to get rid of that name, and which I think he had the opportunity to change it earlier, like in the early 2000s when his court case was in that early stage. But he refused at the time because I think he believes he was going to be freed, considering the fact that he's innocent, as the streets is saying and a lot of people have been saying, So that's what his brother Master P. Master P, the big successful rapper, father figure of Little Romeo. Shout out to Little Romeo and the entire family. Oh, Romeo, give me a chance. Tina, I don't need a girlfriend. Won't you? Yeah, so Master P was a big, big entity, big explosion in the rap game. Master P, he was respected deeply in the streets and still is, But nowadays, with the social media, a lot of people quick to say a lot of mediocre things about the real legends nowadays. So you might see some people make some wild comments wherever there is any Master P content. But we remember what Master P have done. He made millions selling his mixtape from the trunk of his car out there in the streets from in the 90s, and he's a self-made millionaire. Which a lot of people believe that there were things behind closed door that was done that we weren't told, back in those days about how Master P rose to fame. But we don't care about that. We are keeping that memory that we have for him and for all these guys and cats here who we look up to, like Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda here. There's always some rumors and speculation to help tear down or bring down someone who we love, like the G Unit Squad and like Vibes Cartel and all these amazing superstars. So we'll get into this now because this is what the fans have been shouting for and making all type of comments saying that Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda need their own show because they've been boosting up other people platform whenever they're getting interviews there, like the Vlad TV and a lot of other podcasts that we see have been appearing all over the social media space. So now we finally seen Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda finally, get the show kicked off, their own show called Real Report. You know what I mean? Real Report podcast or something like that. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, Real Report show. You know what I mean? I think they could have come up with a better name, but we could care less about the name. It's very entertaining, and it starts with very wild. They just start their podcast, and I think this is probably the second podcast they had. Probably the first one because I'm just seeing it, but I've realized that a lot of the fans have been requesting for them to finally do this instead of building up other people platform and podcasts. You know what I mean? So now the G Unit have their own podcast led by Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda. And you could see that they say that it's $1 million studio, US. So it's a very hype building and, things are high tech in there. If you see the back, if you see in the background there, the black ground, as Jamaicans would say, because we don't say back, unless a chicken black. Yeah, we say black instead of back, because back is like, close that back door because you're hungry on your homies. Yeah, close that back door. Snake by your homies. Free little Dirk, you know what I mean? Free Dirk, yo. That's so sad how these feds be moving and trying to bring down our brothers, you know what I mean? And we understand they brought up in a environment that is very violent. So, it's just the time, just like the Bible days, where men born to war. We are warriors, so you can't really blame them for getting trapped to the streets, because their family wasn't really there to take them from it. So my bad, guys. So it's crazy. That's just how life is. You know what I mean? We win and we lose, and some come from a background that is very violent and become winners, just like Little Dirk. So we would love for them to stay winners instead of falling victim to the system. Yes. So now, this show, Real Report Show, conducted by Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda, it have kicked off with a big, aggressive, action, riveting, entertaining type of moments, continuously, like never ending. So I've seen a comment where someone's saying that, yo, by the fifth episode, they should start to fight and throw in fists. And you're gonna see how Tony Yayo be acting, because now he's trying to control the narrative, I believe. I haven't watched it out fully. I just saw a little piece and decided that I should vlog it, and bring it to my Jamaican audience. Yeah, so this is crazy and we loving it, and let's just see what's in store for us. I've seen the comments and people are bashing Tony Yayo because they think that he's trying to lead the whole show, while Uncle Murda is a star. As I told you, people love him, so they don't want to see Tony Yayo be like, like suppressing him. So it's fun. Watch it, guys.
The strip clubs in New York and Atlanta, there's really no difference. It's just the girls are in sections. Remember? Don't cut me off.
Because you're not making no sense right now. Now you sound stupid. I remember Jermaine Dupri one time when we was in the club.
You see it? That's toxicity right there. Look at Tony Yayo getting up because he told Uncle Murda, he warned Uncle Murda not to cut him off. And this is just some snippet to grab our attention at the beginning. So, it haven't really reached there as yet. But they are funny. They're amazingly crazy.
When we was in this club and Jermaine Dupri was like, yo, y'all throwing all this money and these girls in here ain't even getting naked?
Oh, Jermaine Dupri had to give them some real talk there, some powerful talk there, because we've seen the rappers always love to throw money at the strippers and at women who are dancing or gyrating their waistline, going crazy. So I'm surprised. Jermaine Dupri, he said had to told 50 guys, 50 Cent guys who are the G Unit squad. Jermaine Dupri had to say, wait, hold up, you guys really throwing money at these women and you ain't securing none of that punani? Come on, we don't do that. Yo, that's some big argument there by JD. Yo, they need some of them straighten them, JD. That's how it is. But these rappers gonna tell you they got money like crazy and they can throw money, and you know what I mean? But we who are broke as F, who would have a lot of good use for those money, which we ain't hating on those girls, who are gyrating it, but getting your money's worth is always wiser than just losing money, because you don't know how your career might end in the long run or your life. You know what I mean? So we don't want to know that 10 years from now, you're in this tight spot financially while you were throwing money around 10 years earlier prior to that time,
I'm glad he walked out.
He didn't get stabbed.
Go ahead, shut the
Okay.
So this is how toxic they are. These two men, right? Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo, they can't get along for some reason, but they're brothers. They still look past all the argument and they would bum fist at the end of the day because they've been together as a group for many years. They know how to live amongst each other. You know what I mean? You see that? That's some big blurt knot dog right there attacking Tony Yayo. I think he had on some protective gear though, with the dog biting his arm. But it's crazy. That's some high entertainment level shit. You get me? Yeah, Tony Yayo. So I hope y'all know them separate and apart, right? So this is Tony Yayo in the purple. You know, they're both loud, both black. They're both like similar, dressed alike because they're from that era, you know. It's not back and all these big jeans and they ain't the skinny jean shit like these new age boys.
Yeah, it's the talk of New York.
This the boy Uncle Murda.
Yeah, so that's Uncle Murder. He always wear that glasses most of the time. You know, you'll see him wearing that glasses when he's out. But probably if he go live and you catch him on his live whenever in his house or so, he may just take them off. So you got to know them apart.
Murda, aka Led Jet Lenny.
You on the Real Report show, and I don't know how long this.
Yo, I love that PS5 shirt that Tony Yayo is rocking. It's tough. And you know, he know how to pull his gears together. That New York fitted and the shirt, it's crazy. The PS5, that's a culture to a lot of us. That PlayStation, it doesn't matter if it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Show's gonna last. I'm just gonna keep it real with you.
Now, Uncle Murda be blinging. Look at his big chain and his chopperita. You know, that bracelet thing around his arms. You're looking at millions. Nigga, I mean millions. You know, they've made a lot of money and they've assisted 50 and looked out for 50. You know, these guys will also put their life on the line for 50, just as our Gaza Nation here in Jamaica have no problem to put our life on the line for Vibes Cartel at any time.
I don't like any of these people, especially Uncle Murda.
Oh man, that's crazy, eh? That's crazy.
My boy sometimes, but he be tripping.
Nah, you.
Yo, that's crazy. Tony Yayo just made the public know that, yo, he, you know, he said, yo, he can't put up with Uncle Murda because he be like, Uncle Murda be saying some bullshit whenever they're trying to reason, you know, so we should see some of that, you know, but Uncle Murda is responding back saying, no, you're the bullshit, you talk the bullshit, so it's crazy. These two are toxic as F. You get me? But we love it. We're here for it.
Be tripping.
You be tripping, and I'm not with it. And we in the, as my man Lloyd Banks would say, we in a $1 million studio laying our vocals. You know what I'm saying? You see that? We got better cameras. Everything is upgraded. Shout to.
So he's saying that he got better camera, meaning that it's not the first. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that it's the first. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the quality with better camera, and this started off with a buzz already. So I will eventually try to find the first episode. But as I said, someone in the comments said these guys gonna be fighting before the 5th episode, and it seems possibly true to how their toxic behavior already, the pattern, you know, their behavioral pattern have been showing signs of, you know, possibly throwing fist fight later on.
The volume, shout to T, shout.
We ain't doing this for free. We doing this for a bag.
I mean, shout to 50, shout to Logan,
the unit.
Shout to, who's our boss? You don't even know our boss. What's
I know Logan.
What's our boss?
Shout out to Logan.
This is crazy because 50 is their boss, but now Tony Yayo is asking Uncle Murda about their other major boss. Like this, probably some white guy who's invested a lot into them for them to seize him or, you know, refer to him as a boss. So you're gonna find out who the person is. You know, Uncle Murda believe that Yayo is talking about Logan, a guy named Logan, who should be their boss. But Tony Yayo gonna tell him, no, that's not the boss I'm talking about that we have.
Logan.
He's an idiot.
Logan from the Valley.
He's an idiot.
No, use the idiot.
You know what? Hold on.
Yo, those terms can get a lot of niggas like going crazy, losing it. You calling me an idiot in front of so much people? Are you crazy? And now Uncle Murda calling him the idiot. So this is like crazy already. This is the start of the show.
No,
it's Logan.
You know what I'm gonna tell you, idiot? Our boss' first name is Colin, you dummy.
No, it's Logan.
It's Kyle. Now, yeah, you'll see that Tony Yayo gonna open Uncle Murda mind now and let him understand why he is the boss, the guy who Tony Yayo is referring to.
It's Khaled? Or
Look, you dummy.
Oh, shout out to Khaled.
You don't even know his boss. Khaled Calher is our boss of value.
Shout out.
Remember that name, Khaled Calher. Shout out to that man, because we love everyone that these guys love, you know what I mean?
To Khaled Calher.
Idiot.
Did you meet him?
He got a show and don't even do his homework. You don't even. I follow him on the gram. I don't have to meet him.
Okay, so this guy that Tony Yayo is talking about, it seems as if he is the one who had really brought out the show, this beautiful new place of this $1 million building, you know what I mean, that they're at. I think it's this Khaled Kurz guy who Tony Yayo is talking about, who had made it possible for them. You know, 50, we're sure, had assisted with this to put them on as well, because 50 wanted them to have their show. I heard Tony Yayo said this on the Vlad interview that, you know, he's going to do the last one, which he had already done. And he actually went back and do other one after the last one, he said. So, you know, he said that 50 Cent want them to have their own podcast and make their own money.
I met Logan. I met the nigga that's talking for him. Fuck out of here.
Look, he don't even know.
I met the nigga that's talking for the boss.
We'll find out who you're next.
Look at Tony Yayo kind of calming Uncle Murda down, because you don't want the smoke, you know what I mean? They're brothers.
Boy, you got 50's our boss, but Colin is up.
That laugh that Uncle Murda give us, it seems familiar. The second time now I'm seeing him making that laugh. I can't put the name to it, but eventually the name will come.
Boss too.
But shout out to Colin. I ain't meet you yet, big homie.
All right, so look, this is the podcast where we know we already cancel, so we don't care if you cancel.
Yeah, we definitely don't. We definitely don't.
Yeah, they're telling you like, yo, this is the real podcast. Like, this is where we talk the realest things. Because a lot of podcasts, they try to dumb down a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to talking about celebrities, because you can get sued by telling the truth. So this is why Tony Yayo telling you that, yo, you guys are gonna cancel him before he even starts a show, because this show is about realness, and he doesn't care who wanna sue or who hates what they say, because it's real talk he is giving, no lies, no cap. So whoever have a problem with the truth, that's on you.
Phone number, the hotline to call here is 1-800. We don't give a. All right.
There you go. 1-800. We don't give up is the hotline. You know, so they don't give up is basically what they're saying.
All this happened because of me. We gonna start this off.
It didn't just happen because of you. Hold on.
Tony Yayo said the show started off because of him. He's taking all the credit, and Uncle Murda is just there to rebuke him, you know, and rebuttal everything.
He made me almost. I don't want to say a number of 6 figures. He made me some good money.
I definitely.
I made him double that. And what I'm saying
he got us a good bag off the bat. Salute to Tony Yayo for doing it.
Yo, they be making millions, trust me, you know? And a lot of people who respect them for that, you know, just like how we've seen Sean Storm them and Madsus them around Vibes Cartel, similar to Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda around 50 Cent. You know, because Jamaicans on a laga did no phone up. I'll make it seems as if Vibes Cartel no have him friend them round him for life. And wanna make it seem like Mad Sosa waste him life being around Vibes Cartel. When look at these men being successful, just like Mad Sosa successful through one person, their friends and associate. And that is how everyone should pray for help them friend forward up and from escape poverty and them thing there. You get me? I say, especially the real ones, not the fake ones. Because, you know, the game was a part of G-Unit and he's not here. These guys don't rock with the game anymore because of his pride and his behavior. You know, they believe that he's envious of 50 and he wanted that number one spot and he failed to claim it because 50 was the real badass. You know, the game was that dude who really rep and rock his shit, you know, wherever he go. A lot of people think that he got punked a lot of time, and you know, but the game is a part of the memory and the legacy of the G Unit. You know, even though he was one of the latest member to join. You know, and that's another story in itself.
Interviews are going viral.
Yo,
I'm saying, I give you your props. I give you your props.
Murda, tell the truth. When we was on the jet, right? And shout to Vlad TV. I know y'all call him a culture vulture.
Yeah, shout out to Vlad TV. I think he is Russian. You know, Vlad got some Russian blood in him. You know, he loves the shout out to Vlad because he really helped to promote our dancehall culture and reggae. You know, he supported our music over the years and our Jamaican, you know, celebrities, artists, and entertainers. So shout out to Vlad. But Tony Yayo is making it clear that a lot of people classify Vlad as a vulture, as a culture vulture, you know, just like they do Drake and a lot of others. And that's just a shallow-minded people who believe that people should just stick to one thing that they're born in. No, you should venture off and always try new things, and it may just work. And what people don't like when things work for people, you know what I mean? They get envious and jealous.
Y'all don't like him? We gonna have him on the show. We gonna have the biggest guests in the world on the show. Biggest guests in the world. Trust me.
Shout out to Vlad.
And we do. Shout to Vlad. When you and 50 didn't want me to do Vlad, right? And laughing on the jet. Why you doing Vlad?
Oh, damn. Now, Tony Yayo, he loves to talk about and brag about the life he's living because of 50. You know how much time he going to talk about that jet, being on that jet? And don't be surprised when you hear him saying eating caviar and all type of weird name type of dishes. You know what I mean? With Philly. Tony Yayo really loved to brag and boast about his hype life and all the touring, you know, and it's good that he loves and enjoy those things. You have people who are graced and blessed to experience these lives among celebrities, and they would not seem to show any appreciation for it. So shout out to Tony Yayo for going hard about, you know, showing his appreciation to 50 and enjoying the life that he's able to live, you know, because of 50. Shout out to every real niggas like that.
Vlad, why you doing Vlad? Why you doing Vlad? I went to YouTube as my place to have fun. I got a lot of haters. I got a lot of people that love me. Shout out to all the people that watch me. But Vlad took me from. Let's start from the beginning. Math Hoffa. The show was on fire. Shout out to Math Hoffa. I can't hate on it.
Yeah, Matt Hoffa, he has his own show, right? I think they have been on the Matt Hoffa show. So, you know, right now these guys they branch off now, so you won't see them really building up other people's show anymore, like they have been doing over the years. So now they have their own podcast for G Unit purposes only. Shout out to Fiddy again, to Lloyd Banks, even though he's not much a part of the team. But Lloyd Banks have been in the conversation all around social media because the debate have been if he or Fabulous, which one have been the smoothest rapper, which one sold the more. So it has been a competition between the fans of Lloyd Banks and the fans of Fabulous. However, I'm a fan of both of them, even though Fabulous had got the big break in the game a couple years before Lloyd Banks had came with 50 Cent and the G Unit squad. I believe Fabulous was way smoother. And yeah, everyone know that Fabulous sold more than Lloyd Banks, but they're both smooth rappers. Lloyd Banks was my favorite from the G Unit gang, you know, other than 50. Like, you know, Lloyd Banks, his way of delivery was just smooth, cool, and just awesome in my view, especially Black Then. Remember, we don't say back here in Jamaica, so Black Then. Yeah, when Lloyd Banks came out, man, he was smooth as a rapper, and you know, but Fabulous, he is the smoothest to me. Fabulous was my guy with that Superwoman song, you know, baby, I can't make you, oh yeah, baby, you my super powers, all these daily rumors for what maybe these youths are woman. Yeah, so I had remixed that song because I'm an artist myself, you know, and did it with the Jamaican flavor. And I put a twist on it and say, we no carry girl feelings, we no carry girl ways, we no carry girl feelings, we no carry girl ways, we no carry girl feelings, no carry girl feelings, no carry girl feelings, we no quarrel or trace. If I was you, I'd be selling every lie where you're telling about the shoes, when me stepping on the Christ, and me denim on a new brand, me betting about China, making give a few, what they taking about 5, and they get him, use all the back him about 5, and them left in you guys. For the crew guy, I'm yelling in the night, or them dwelling even news live at 7, them go highlight the shelling, cause them fools try rebelling, so them find what them smelling. We no carry gal feelings, we no carry gal ways, we no carry gal. You get me? So I had put a spin on it. Baby, take it. Yeah. So shout out to Mo. Her name is Mo. You know, big up Fabulous. He was my rapper, especially before Lloyd Banks and the G Unit had came in. So, you know, those songs have really meant a lot to me over the years. All the G Unit songs, the 50 Cent, the Tony Yayo, he had a couple singles with it by himself, you know, which other rapper had remixed. These guys tore up the industry. They stamped their name all across the world through the music and entertainment and the legacy they have created.
That show was on
This
fire.
nigga told me to pull up there, and I didn't even know what was going on.
That was a movie. Mad Fafa was a movie.
Definitely was.
Drink Champ, shout to Nori. We know you mad at us a little bit.
Yeah, shout out to Noriega. He interviewed Vibes Cartel. That interview is at probably 1.3 million views now, you know, going up. Shout out to Vibes Cartel, our dancehall superstar, our dancehall hero, the king of dancehall here in Jamaica. It's no longer Beanie Man anymore, you know, Vibes Cartel, the greatest. He may not have a Grammy, but he is the most influential. He has done the greatest. He has more gal than any other artist ever. Right? Ever. He is the most intelligent. He conducts the best interviews. You want any more? He take care of all of his friends who have been loyal to him. He have taken care of all of his children. There's no other Jamaican dancehall artist who have so many children who manage to take care of all their kids and their baby mamas like Vibes Cartel. And you know, amongst the Gaza, you'll see that trait in the Gaza, within the Gaza, especially with Tommy Lee. Big up to Tommy Lee because he has that trait also. They share the same traits and certain characteristics because Tommy Lee has a lot of kids and he take care of all of them and all of their mothers. You know what I mean? Despite them not being currently in a relationship. So shout out to all the real MFKRs like Tommy Lee, Vibes Cartel, the G Unit squad like Tony Yayo, Uncle Murda, 50 Cent, you know, everyone who are doing the realest.
No, keep it real.
Shout out to Nori.
I love Nori. He didn't call us back for us to get on his show again. Shout out to Nori.
Yeah, I must say shout out to Nori. He's a real one. Shout out to Noriega from the Drink Champs, right? Big up. Big respect to Charlemagne as well from the Breakfast Club. We cuss them a lot sometimes, but we love what they do. We recognize what they do. Charlemagne have maintained to climb the game and have, you know, he's making millions as well. He has sold books and a lot of things he had been involved in, and you know.
What else? But it all came from Vlad. Then from Vlad came the Breakfast Club. I did the Breakfast Club without 50.
There you go. So these are all the platform these MFKRs, my guys, went on, and you know, they did some viral interviews on all these platforms, talk about a lot of shit. You get what I'm saying?
Everybody give me a clap for that.
Hey!
Without 50. Come on, don't hate now.
50 helps everything, though.
Don't hate now.
The affiliation helps every motherfucking
The
thing.
Breakfast Club, I think down the line, the public thought I was gonna do, y'all thought I was gonna do Vlad again. No, he's talking about smoked duck and
caviar pancakes
and the reindeer hamburgers and all that. He's talking about all that shit in the airport, right? Because we really live that life. And I switched it up and I went to Shannon Sharp. Make some noise for Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp.
Wow,
Even though Shorty got him for that 50 million.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yo, you heard that? Uncle Murda just brought up that. You see, this is the real talk. And Tony Yayo doesn't want it to get that real, it seems, because they just shout out to Shannon Sharp and we clap for him because remember, Cat Williams did that major viral interview with that he predicted so many shit that had came through and we've seen came to fruition, right? So that's Shannon Sharp interview, right? That Cat Williams made very famous, right? The biggest, largest of money Shannon Sharp ever made is from that interview, right? With Cat Williams. He made millions from that YouTube interview he conducted on his show with Shay Shay, right? And now Uncle Murder just brought up the fact that a shorty, which is a white girl. He's talking about a young white girl who is probably was 19 or 20, 21 at the time, very young. You know, she had slept with Shannon Sharp. They had record videos or sound recording while they were having sex, you know what I mean? And she eventually had sued Shannon Sharp and had win the lawsuit where she got probably about 50 or 20 mil, somewhere between 20 to 50 million US dollars that Shannon Sharp had to settle, right, and gave to her. And she quit OnlyFans because that's what she is. She's just a 304 young chick who, you know, tried to make money from sex. And Cat Williams had warned Shannon Sharp on his same interview about liking and getting involved with those young chicks who he likes a lot. And after the interview, the prophecy came true, right? Shannon Sharp was in the media over this court case thing, this girl suing him, you know, and Shannon Sharp had supposed to had his woman or something. I think he had some relationship going on which was destroyed. I'm not sure, I believe, you know, but yeah, let's hear what they have to say about all this. Because we see Tony Yayo, he doesn't want to bring that up. That's too real. When Uncle Murda go and mention that girl and the court situation.
I'm just saying.
You don't gotta do that. I don't want to get into this.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
And then I got you on the Breakfast Club in the
You didn't get me on that. I
Yes,
did
I
the
did.
Breakfast Club without you. Fuck out of here, yo. But keep talking, because
These guys are, they're aggressive as F. Yeah. But you know, hey, Uncle Murda was just being real, you know, but Tony Yayo doesn't want to talk about the demise of our brother Shannon Sharp falling to the system where getting involved with those white snow bunnies, you know what we call those snow bunnies, those white chicks, especially the young ones. I love them too. I can't get enough of them. So I just may have to learn my lesson by, have to pay like 50 million US sometime in the near future to one of these snow bunnies.
you're going good so far. But I've been on the Breakfast Club without you.
I've been on Breakfast
Numerous times.
I didn't say without me, but I got you on the Breakfast Club.
You didn't
Shout to the volume.
You didn't get me on nothing. Shout out to the Valiant. Shout out to the Valiant for getting us on the Breakfast Club. But go ahead.
And I'm gonna explain to you right now. A lot of artists you see, and I know a lot of people is gonna say it's not true, are following the Tony Yayo blueprint. You know what I'm saying? They're doing Vlad. Then they're going from Vlad. They're doing Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm saying? Breakfast Club. They following.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. The rappers and a lot of artists who have going on all these platform podcasts is to do interview and things, to popularize themselves, keep themselves in the media, people talking and seeing their presence.
The Tony Yayo blueprint is just my time, and I'm humble. But I'm not humble.
I give you that because you are the interview viral guy. I give you that. And I don't like really giving you your props on too much shit, but I give you that. All right, so I give you that.
You was hating. You say I was hating.
I wasn't hating. I was giving my opinions, but you did walk.
So because Uncle Murda was giving his opinion, which Tony Yayo never liked, Tony Yayo want Uncle Murda to admit that he was hating. So this is some of the reason why, and the fact that we pointed out earlier that Uncle Murda wanted to bring up the whole court situation with Shannon Sharp and that snow bunny white girl who had sued him and won over 20 million US dollars that had caused her to quit her OnlyFans because she's now a millionaire. You know, she has more money than a lot of parents do, right? So just because Tony Yayo kind of stopped Uncle Murda from talking those real ish, right? These are some of the things that had contributed, right? The behavior of Tony Yayo, while people in the comments are saying that he's trying to, they're saying that Tony Yayo is trying to talk to Uncle Murder right through this podcast as how 50 Cent would talk to Tony Yayo. So, you know, just like how a parent would scold a child or scold one of their children, right? But then once the parents leave the house, then that child become the parents to the other children in the house. You know, so it's like that. That's what the people are saying, that Tony Yayo is playing that 50 role when 50 is not around to the other people who are on the same level as Tony Yayo or should be seen on the same level, you know?
Us into a bag, so I got to salute
There you
for
go.
that.
Salute to the volume, man. He don't
Salute
know.
to the bag.
Shout to
Salute to
Colin.
the bag. Salute to the bag. Shout out to Cali. Shout out to Cali.
All right, look, I'm gonna show you how I started my day. I'm gonna show you how I started my day.
How you started the day?
Listen, all day in the car, I've been listening to one song. And you wanna know what it is?
Should have been Vibes Cartel, you know, especially the new album Wema dropped, The Hype Life. You see the new album, God and Time, that is coming. Believe, a God and Time. Believe. You see me? And we want you people to support Vibes Cartel to get the next Grammy, right? Because Beanie Man is a provoking guy and he won't stop provoke Vibes Cartel until he sees Vibes Cartel win a Grammy. Because Vibes Cartel have been doing things that have been embarrassing them, making them look like nothing, as if they're nothing. Because remember, Vibes Cartel been in prison, incarcerated for 13 years, right? And he has been running the streets from inside a cell. So these are the things why people have to consider Vibes Cartel as the king of the dancehall instead of the likes of a Beanie Man who everyone knows never writes one of his songs, you know? And even if he's writing his songs, it would be now. All of his hit songs from back then that made him who he is, who made him Beanie Man, those were done by writers who were stripped of their rights and royalties, you know? Just ask Dan Mafia if you think say a lie, me I tell.
The one song you released.
I'm not gonna lie. FDO, Pooh Shiesty.
Oh, Pooh Shiesty first day out.
So look, yo T, look up the complex.
Yo, I told you that is my rapper. I made a mistake there and pressed the wrong thing. But that is my rapper, Pooh Shiesty. I told you guys in all my earlier and previous vlog that Kodak Black, Pooh Shiesty, and ASAP Rocky, those are, and Future, those are my favorite rappers. And we can go way back to Biggie and Tupac, where Biggie was my favorite over Tupac. You know what I mean? Tupac was like teaching in his raps and was more of a deeper and compassionate type of rapper. But I was for the flow when I was younger as a little child. I was for the flow and the lyrical spitting bars that Biggie had, you know, over the Tupac. But we know how effective and how influential Tupac words and rapping goes, you know. But not to downplay it, I was a Biggie fan, you know. So yeah, saying that to say this, that FDO is the song Yayo saying he was listening to, right? The FDO song, it means first day out. It's done by Pooh Shiesty, my favorite rapper, right? As well as Kodak Black and a few other G Herbo and Fulio. May your soul rest in peace, blood. I love you, Fulio. Fulio, we miss you, you know, forever. And yeah, so the FDO song Yayo saying he been listening to, it means first day out. And Pooh Shiesty did that song when he came out, since he came out from prison. And every rapper, they do that. When they come from prison, they do a first day out song, you know what I mean? Yeah, but Kodak Black, he did a last day in. He did a song called Last Day In, you know, because it was his last day in jail. But it can never be his last day. They keep, you know, stressing him MFKR out, just like how they be doing the Dirk and a lot of our big major players in the rap industry.
First day out, greatest like hits type shit. It's on Complex. I was watching that, right? So they have T Grizzly number one.
As far as first day out record.
FDO, first day out, jump the fade, walked out the bed and got the sail, bunk bed. Yo, go listen to that Pooh Shiesty. POOHSHIESTY. Pooh Shiesty, FDO, first day out. FDO, first day out, walked out the jail, jumped out the bed, walked out the sail, the bunk bed. Pooh! Tough lyrics.
Yeah, first day out, Gucci Man was on there like 3 times because he been locked up. Like,
Of course, yeah.
Gucci Man. That was the funny shit. Gucci Man was on there. JT was on there. Who was on there? T, you can look it up. You got it?
This is from 2009.
No, 2025, 2026. The first day out song.
Because FDO was on.
Yeah, yo, that Pooh Shiesty song recently dropped, probably a month ago, and trust me, it's like 6 minutes long, right? Similar to what Mosquito did in the war against Tommy Lee, but Mosquito's 6 minute song served no purpose, did nothing, right? But Pooh Shiesty, who did his 6 minute song, racking up millions. Like that song, people crazy. And if you're doing a 6 minute song like Mosquito, you have to make sure the people are gonna love it. Because 6 minutes, people don't have time for your 6 minutes on a song. Unless you're name Pooh Shiesty and you have sense and you know what you're doing. Right? And every line is a hard hitting line with rhyme and everything, true meaning.
So I don't know. But who
I feel like T Grizzly was the one who started that.
Who was number one? T Grizzly was number one?
Shout out to T Grizzly, Yeah, that's a fat MFKR, but he has been his name has been calling on some shady things, man, saying that he often unalive his own aunt who was his manager for his career, and she put so much on the line. It was she who had made him the star he is today. She believed in him and funded his career when he had nothing in his pocket, right? And then he became this big star, and his auntie got shot and died. May her soul rest in peace, and he has been not saying much, and the much that he has been saying, is like it have people thinking that he may just be guilty. So that is where T Grizzly is at. We haven't been seeing him in the news or in the media much ever since that court case, but here we have Tony Yayo mentioning his name.
First one that came out with the first day out record.
T Grizzly was number one.
Number 2 is Gucci Mane.
And number 3 was FDO.
Pooh Shiesty.
And then
Okay, so T Grizzly's song was trending on YouTube at number 1 at the time, right? When FDO just came out, right? But as FDO launched by Pooh Shiesty was released, right? A month ago, it ranked at the 3rd spot until it became the number 1 trending, and it was at the number 1 Billboard, I believe, as well. It was a big song. He got some plaque already from that song. And G Herbo got his plaque from his legit song that he did that Vybz Kartel's son had refixed and remixed. Liquor Vibes. Shout out to Liquor Vibes. Go check out his music.
She got 2 and 3.
And then number 4 was who? No.
Young
The
Lee.
list? You sure you on the right list? Because it was like 30 people on
He
that.
talking about Complex.
Yeah. Tell them Uncle Murda. They have some female working in the background. We like her voice, their voice and their vibes.
No, there's 30 people on that list. If you look it up, just look first day out. There's 30 people. They got JT on there. They got Nudie on there.
What's JT from?
JT from the City Girls. You looking at the wrong one.
JT had the first day out record?
Yeah, they got JT. It's like 30 artists on
Salute with that one.
If you look at it,
Hey, the Kodak Black First Day Out, that is one of the bangers, the First Day Out bangers. I don't care what nobody want to say. If you don't have Kodak First Day Out song in the top 5, I don't want to hear nothing. And shout out to Young Nudie too. He just mentioned Young Nudie. One of his most popular song, he has a song with 21 Savage. I want y'all guys to go check it out. Right? It's called Eggplant or something. You guys go check it out. Big song. Big song. It okay. Okay.
Complex is new. And FDO was, look, she got to find a new one. But till then, look, The new one had like about maybe 30 artists on it. Gucci was on there like 3 times. FDO was number 3. But to me now,
talking about Pooh Shiesty's version.
yeah, Pooh Shiesty.
Okay.
Pooh Shiesty, FDO. That's the hottest record
He
out.
been popping. Yeah,
He's on Billboard and everything. Him and Uzi.
There you go. See, I just told you, and I never made it this far. And hearing them saying that, but I'm a big fan of Pooh Shiesty, so I know a lot with what's going down with Pooh Shiesty. You know what I mean? He's a big rapper from Memphis. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. I gotta do a vlog for him because he has been doing some wild shit ever since he has been freed.
I think he deserved to be number one on it. T Grizzly was number one with the first day out record, but this has to be like one of the best.
Yeah, T Grizzly ain't no real gangster, you know what I mean? Because his name been calling up for unaliving his own aunt who had sacrificed her funds and her blood, sweat, and tears for him to, become a star. So we don't like that T Grizzly name is on those things, T Grizzly ain't my artist, but the moment I saw Eminem gave him some strength and I'd reach out to him in the earlier part of his career, that had placed my eyes on him. Because us Jamaican, we look up to Eminem. Go check out that Eminem and Vibes Cartel collab, WTP. Yeah, big banger song.
First day out records in history.
I would say I would have to.
You didn't even hear FDO.
No, I heard it. Come on, man. I shot a Pooh Shiesty out in the wrap up.
FDO, first day out, jump out the bed, walk out the cell, go out to the bunk bed. Yo, Pooh Shiesty is the boss. He has been a bad kid ever since he was born, till he's now a bad mop MFKR.
And I said that his shit was popping and all that. And, shout out the record that he had.
Did you find the 30 yet? No. But this like 30 artists.
But I would have to.
20. Hold on.
All right, no. But I would have to give it to T Grizzly.
They're fighting for who has the time to talk. Hey, these dudes can't seem to catch a break without fighting and fussing. And there you go. There's Tony Yayo hand trying to calm down Uncle Murda. Because Tony Yayo wants complete authority or authorial power and dominance over the show.
Because he said it's a trend of first day out. So I would have to give it. I would have to give it to T Grizzly on that.
You're not getting what I'm saying. What's the list right now? Hold on. I'm going to explain to you.
All right, go ahead, T. What's the list?
It's like 20 artists. Go ahead. Okay. Bull, Dave Blunt.
Yeah, Dave Blunt.
I don't know how he was on that list.
Start from one.
Yeah, start from one. I would prefer hear from one. I don't want to hear who's down the line. I want to hear that Kodak FDO, his first day out song, is in the top 5 or even top 10, But his would have to be in the top 5 for me.
That was first day.
Hold on. Fuck Dave Blunt.
No.
Start from number 1.
Hold on, Murda. You're not
Dave Blunt is
listening.
the fat nigga, right?
Hold on.
Fuck him. Start from number 1.
You're not listening. Chill out.
Yo, shout out to Dave Blunt. He's gonna make some clout from this because Dave Blunt know how to improvise from all these clout. Whenever his name called, shout out to Dave Blunt. He's an oversized MFKR and he be sitting in a chair while he perform most of the time because he can't really walk much or for too long, He's obese, but he's very happy with himself and he's working on losing weight. So let's give him a chance. Shout out to Dave Blunt. I don't like how Uncle Murda really dealt with it like that because I never remember the name Dave Blunt, who it was. I just knew that I'm familiar with that name. But when Uncle Murda said that fat dude, right? I remember who he is. We like that guy. The internet supports Dave Blunt heavily. So don't go disrespecting Dave Blunt. But it's good that Uncle Murda call up his name. That is a plus for Dave Blunt. And these are the things when people say good or bad publicity is still good publicity. This is one of the best ways how it works out good, even though it disrespected Dave Blunt. But to the black culture in America, that's not much a disrespect to say, fuck Dave Blunt. It's just, I'm not a fan and so you get what I'm saying?
To get that at.
Listen,
we've been drinking.
It was first day out the hospital. It wasn't jail, so it don't even count.
Oh yeah, fuck him. He first day out the hospital for eating too
Go
much.
ahead, Dave Blunt. Go ahead. Damn, that's wild.
I'm just saying that's his problem.
You wilding right now.
We talking about the niggas that's in the can, nigga.
Yo, yeah, he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, exactly. He eating too much. Why you even mention that nigga, T?
Not because he was in the hospital. First
Oh, okay. All right, well, fuck him. T, start from number one without mentioning Dave Blunts.
No, numbers. Let us start. Huh? T Grizzly.
All right.
Number one.
T Grizzly number one.
Yeah, that's the order I want to hear it in.
Gucci is number 2 and 3. Kodak Black is number.
Yes! Yo, I just felt a little minor earth shake the moment she said Kodak Black is number 4. I told you Kodak Black, FDO. Yo, you guys, you see, everything I'm telling you from the start is just time back, and I've never watched it this far out. I only went, before I started this vlog, before I started conducting this review, I only went like 2 minutes into it. 2 minutes, right? I never got this far. So everything you're hearing that ties back to what I'm saying is just proof that I'm heavily invested my time in the rap game as well, you know?
4. Young Nudie is 5.
Offset is 6.
Yeah, I never knew Young Nudie had that first day out song, but all the major rappers, they do time. You know, Young Boy, he needs to get his first day out song in line, you know? Because he's one of them who've been back and forth heavily in prison, you know? All of them, most of them rappers have their first day out song. And I wanted Vybz Kartel to do a first day out song too. But however, Vybz Kartel did it, but it wasn't titled First Day Out. It was called The Comet Is Coming. You get me? Because he came by that big bang and explosion, you know? Thought I told you that the comet is coming. Thought I told you that the comet is coming. And he predicted that. He was warning us a long time that the comet is coming.
Offset is 6. Stop trying to get Cardi B money. Go ahead.
Stop. Oh, damn. You spat.
And who's number 7?
Rage baiting right now.
Rage baiting. I'm telling you, these guys gonna get sued, gonna end up with a lawsuit because they don't mind calling out rappers and mentioning their name. Shout out to Uncle Murda, who is keeping it real 100. But we see Tony Yayo now behaving more conserve away, like more responsible. You know, however, it's strange because when Tony Yayo is on other folks' show all these years on the Vlad and other platform doing interviews, he's more reckless. He behaves like as reckless as we see Uncle Murder wants to express himself. But now we see Tony Yayo being acting more responsible, you know, trying to be careful and walk a thin line with the name calling of other celebrities.
Pooh Shiesty is number 7.
Damn.
It's cheap.
And Chief Keef is 8. 9 is City Girls because it's JT.
Shout out to Chief Keef. He been hanging with that girl Sexy Red, and they've been like bonding great together. We don't know how far their friendship or relationship gonna go, but you know, the fans love both of them together, you know. I think Chief Keef should strap up while dealing with that chick, you know, because her name been calling on Little Boozy. But shout out to Sexy Red, who said her booty hole is brown and some from her coochie is pink or red. Yeah, she said her coochie is red and her booty hole is brown and all, and that brought her success and fame. It's crazy, but I'm happy for her, you know, and the fans, they love her like crazy. She's been going on school tours and the kids been going crazy. I think they had to stop it because most of her music was like, you know, degrading, they would say. And, you know, the kids know all her songs. When she showed up at these school, imagine they be singing, the kids be singing their coochie is red and their booty hole is brown, you know what I mean? So, so I think they had put an end to her school tour and one thing, but, you know, just life. Don't be deterred because, you know, you just have to do what you have to do. So we here repping for you, Sexy Red. Shout out to you, you know, and protect yourself. You know, we see that she is like a sex symbol. She and Sukiyana, shout out to Sukiyana. They've been turning shit up as female artists and entertainers.
And 10 is
We know JT's the only one who went to jail.
What was 10?
Rio the OG.
Rio the Young OG.
Damn, why you want to do Offset like that?
Well, that's
Nigga's cool. He just was with 50 the other day. You be wild.
See, Uncle Murder. What did he say about Offset? I think I missed it. Well, we know the Cardi B situation that I spoke to y'all about in the Cardi B video I just uploaded with being with Stefan Diggs, the popular and handsome guy, right? He's an NFL player, and yeah, so she left Offset for cheating, she say, and now she's with a man who's in relationship with other woman who Cardi B is okay with. So it's like Cardi B just give up everything and just decide that it's time for her to just not care anymore about any one guy.
You be wild. Don't look like it.
Shout out to Cardi. I fucks with Cardi B. And he know that. I see
See, there you go. Cardi B name after came up.
Offset in the gambling spot. He said, "Yo, I
Let me
love
ask you a
Cardi.
question.
Cardi, your people." I fucks with Cardi B.
Let me ask you a question.
He's trying to get Cardi
When
money.
let me tell you something. Do you think how do you feel about when the hate train comes in everybody's career?
That you can't stop that, Tony Yayo. The hate gonna come even when you're Christian, even if you're religious. Doesn't matter. The hate gonna come.
Because it feels like not
Everybody gets hated on.
but it just no. Look, what I'm
There you go.
saying
You
is,
call me a hater?
no, I'm not.
All right, go
I'm
ahead.
not listening.
All right, go ahead.
You gotta let me talk.
All right,
Cut
go
me
ahead.
off. That's the good thing about a podcast.
You talk a lot. So go ahead.
You talk more than me.
Fuck out of here.
You-
Everybody know he's
You had
capping
too
with
much
that.
bread
But
tonight.
Well, I know both of them talk a lot, but the thing is, no, I think Tony Yayo talk more. He has been doing the interview thing way longer than Uncle Murder. But then Uncle Murder, he somehow man up and went down that road with the interview on the podcast, and it seemed to work out because the fans love him. As I told you in the beginning, all the fans all over social media love his interview just as they love Tony Yayo interview on the Vlad or on other people platform. So now people are finally seeing them having their own podcast, enriching themselves.
shout out to Briz.
Listen, what I'm saying is when the hate train comes, it's like it turns into a trend. Like Offset is a dope artist, right?
Facts.
But it seemed like you just threw him under the bus.
I didn't throw him under the bus.
You threw him under the train tracks, whatever you want to call it, right? But what I'm saying is it's like a trend.
More Briz.
Nah, because it's like, yo, look, for every artist, what I learned is I hate
Oh, that's the bump on Tony Yayo's face. I see them pointing out in the comment. Like, that's some big ass love bump. You probably get some new woman.
train is going to come. What you think? After like 5 years?
And you could tell he's squeezing those bumps. You don't squeeze them. You just allow them to simmer out and get soft because it's hard. And when you try to squeeze it, nothing comes out. But you be breaking your skin.
Yeah, that's probably the
Because they said Dynasty last what?
even
What,
maybe before that, but I don't think I threw Offset under the bus. I just fucks with Cardi. Cardi B is my
When we
people.
go back to this, you threw him.
When I fucks with Cardi, she saluted me a bunch of times, and I know she like, nigga, she cool with the divorce, but he's just trying to get money out of it.
Yeah, well, that's something y'all probably should know that ever since Cardi B have left Offset, they have to share time with the kids, and Offset he filed for some child support, right? And people think it was a whack move. However, to me, it's like being reversed. The tables are turned because it's something what women would do. And considering that Cardi B have way more money than Offset, right? I think it's okay for him to do that because you can't be too prideful if you know your money is not that heavy, right? And your kids require a lot of funds and expenditures and things to maintain for them. So if you need more money as a dad and the mom has it and won't give it to you, then why not go to the court for it?
What's wrong with that?
What you mean what's wrong with that? He getting his own money. Why you get money out of Cardi?
I mean, I'm just saying,
Well, they should have talked. That is okay to talk about. I mean, this is fair. Tony Yayo talk in defense of, that's their business, while Uncle Murda could defend his talking points by defending Cardi B because according to Uncle Murder, he thinks it's whack as well as for a lot of people on the internet. He thinks it's goofy for Offset to file for child support to get money out of Cardi to help sustain their kids.
Girl did it would be cool. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, you might be right about that, but I'm just saying that's like sis. So I'm trying to say like nigga, you get your own bag. Stop trying to get sis bag. The situation is over. Let it be over.
My whole thing is
salute.
so if you a Cardi fan, why you came out on stage with Nicki?
Shout out to Nicki too. I'm not here to pick sides. This nigga tried yo.
Oh shit, yo, Tony Yayo killed him with that one. Shit, that was quick one. Yo, especially recently, Cardi B and Nicki just went at it, disrespecting each other kids. So right now, Cardi B had made the last threat to Nicki saying, anywhere we meet, it's on site, it's going down. Meet me in the park. So, but I think now Cardi B have other issues with the Stefan Diggs, you know, who she's got digging her out, who also Stefan Diggs, this handsome NFL player who has other woman and the baby mother that he, you know, in a relationship with, you know, as I spoke about on my previous video. Go check it out to hear all the info. Look for my video titled Cardi B Turn on a Robot. Yeah.
Boy, I tell you. Boy,
I'm just saying.
Boy, I tell you.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is political in the business.
Cardi, listen, Cardi know I got to get my bag. So a fifth hit, yo, you want to make some.
Yeah, I love that talk that Uncle Murda said that, yo, they shouldn't take, like, Cardi B and Offset shouldn't take what he's saying, like, you know, offensive, because they should understand that he's getting in his bag and this is just a real talk show. You know, it's nothing to really tear them down.
Money? No problem. I think what we doing? Oh, tonight we coming out with Nicki. I'm all with that. It's all good.
But you on stage with Nicki, Queens won again,
nigga.
Queens won again. There's Nicki from Queens. That's why she had to be the queen. Is it? Yeah.
It's a Brooklyn in the Bronx. This nigga on his queen shit. Shout out to Brooklyn in the Bronx. Fuck out.
Uncle Murder is drawing for the Brooklyn and the Bronx against the Queens. Because, you know, that's they're all a part of New York. You know, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Staten, Uptown, what now? Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Now, what we was talking about on TT? What we was talking about? 1 to 10, 1 to 20. What we was talking about again, T?
This nigga's on one tonight.
The whole?
What's up with him?
The first day out, so.
Tony Yayo said this nigga is on one tonight, meaning he's like on that drugs. I'm on one, you know? Think I got that drink, I got that drink. Those are drug songs, like you're on one.
All right. Now I think T Grizzlies was the deserves to be the first. Hey, shut up.
No. If it's not Kodak, then it's Pooh Shiesty or La Flair. That's Gucci Mane. Okay, I gotta end this shit quick anytime around here, but let's just see how far it goes with this.
The Pooh Shiesty be happy he home.
You know what's stupid about you?
No, what's stupid about you? What?
Hold on, let me tell you what's stupid about you. FDO, listen.
Yo, Tony Yayo been disrespecting Uncle Murda, but if Tony Yayo is about to defend FDO by Pooh Shiesty being number one, then I'm with that. I'm with Tony Yayo.
FDO is on Billboard, dummy.
And T Grizzlies was
exactly, that's Pooh Shiesty on Billboard. T Grizzly ain't no real gangster.
as well.
No, it wasn't. Look it up, T.
Look it up. T Grizzly shit was popping as well.
You don't know nothing about hip hop, bro.
My nigga.
Not because it was popping Uncle Murda mean it was on Billboard, but T Grizzly songs be reaching millions though, so I'm not surprised if T Grizzly's song, because remember T Grizzly's a fat black dude, not like Dave Blunt, who we spoke about earlier, but T Grizzly is a fat dude with locks. And remember, Eminem had reach out to T Grizzly due to his music, and you know Eminem is not the type who loves any and anything.
LeBron James was singing T Grizzly shit.
FDO is the hottest record out right now.
And when
exactly, that's Pooh Shiesty. T Grizzly can't step or walk in Pooh Shiesty shoes. T Grizzly name is circling around on unaliving his own aunt. Pooh Shiesty be robbing niggas and shooting them in the butt and taking their cut.
T Grizzly dropped his. It was the hottest record out first.
What I'm saying is he could be number 2.
Nah.
And FDO is number 1.
Nah. T Grizzly set the wave.
I'm with you, Tony Yayo. Uncle Murda ain't no gangster like Tony Yayo, so Uncle Murda wouldn't relate to Push Ice-T, FDO. Walk there. FDO. First day out, walked out of jail, jumped out of bed, walked out of jail, the cell of the bunk bed. Yo, Push Ice-T is the wickedest.
You know my nerves.
He paved the way for that. I'm just being honest. He paved the way for that.
No, T Grizzly paved no way for Push Ice-T. T Grizzly is like a Rod Wave. He sings soft music. Push Ice-T sing hard music. When Push Ice-T just got released for doing his 5-year bid, right? He came out and was on live in the middle of the night driving around while he should be home with his ankle monitor on and all those shit. You get what I'm saying? Push Ice-T is the real truth of the street, the real voice.
Yeah. See what's going on for that? Nah.
No, we looking if his first day out was on Billboard. That's what he's looking.
His record, the first day out record that he had.
Yeah, T Grizzly song. Hopefully it wasn't on Billboard, but Push Ice-T was a major thing just recently, a month ago. It's 6 minutes long and it racked up millions, tens of millions in just days.
Was it on Billboard?
FDO is on Billboard by Push Ice-T. What are you crazy?
And we saluting that.
And I know, but what I'm saying is T Grizzly shit wasn't on Billboard.
T Grizzly shit was on Billboard as well.
No, not the debut. If his first day out, look at
the record. Yes.
First day.
Thank you.
What number was
Thank
it?
you.
Oh shit.
Come on, man. Salute to T Grizzly.
T Grizzly, bro. FDO was hotter right now.
Yeah, T Grizzly. I don't know that T Grizzly song, so it ain't doing numbers like the real Push Ice-T. Everyone's talking about Push Ice-T first day out song. And he got some collabs coming with Glorilla, because him and the CMG that is run by Yo Gotti have been, cooking up things in the pipeline. It seems that's what the streets been saying. But Push Ice-T is still loyal to Gucci Mane, even though the streets is saying that Push Ice-T just robbed Gucci Mane to walk out of his contract.
Right now, of course. But T Grizzly had his time when he came out, when that shit was popping. It was popping.
Murda, I don't like you today.
Murda. It doesn't look like Tony Yayo like him much days.
Drinks.
It's the real report, no.
Offset snuff this nigga, bro.
Offset my man.
Kanye West said, when I'm on camera, watch me, nigga.
Yo, shout out to Kanye West. These are some very inspirational mogul superstar who have been deeply connected to my upbringings, you know what I mean? My music, they've influenced me a lot. Shout out to all them MFKRs, you know what I'm saying?
I'm on some Hollywood shit now, bro.
He fronting on one of our mans that's in here.
This nigga's on his phone texting.
Oh, yeah, no phones on in here, man.
Fuck, this is the real report, nigga. Everything is real. What you want to talk about now, Murda?
I mean, you tell me. I don't.
Okay, so I may just end it here. Let's see what's the first thing they're gonna talk about. If it's not that interesting, then I can't follow it up.
Know what's going on? You feel like we here because of you.
You want me to do everything?
I don't want you to do everything. Like you can't do it by yourself.
I've been doing it.
You can't do it by yourself. Listen, no, you gotta realize since I came around, things been a lot.
Okay, so this is a back and forth with both of them. We should take in some of this.
Better. Things been a lot better. Things been a lot better. I motivated you to start being better.
I always been better.
Fuck out of here.
Look at the cameras we got. Shout to the value.
Since I came around, things, man, I got you motivated, my guy.
Renee, tell them things been better for me, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, he has been motivating him. Oh my goodness, what has been on?
Renee, things been better for me.
For sure, he has been motivating him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he has been motivating him, for real. Yeah, but I gotta end it here, man.
This is 05, man, 04.
I should have signed back then, right?
Yeah, shout to Eminem, shout to Dr. Dre. 50 Cent, of course.
Yeah, shout out to Eminem. This is the last thing I'm gonna say because it's Eminem and Dr. Dre who had saved 50 Cent to now saving these men. You know what I'm saying? Many men, many men. Wish death on me, dog. I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on my soul. Don't make my heart turn cold. Have mercy on many men. Many men. Wish death on me.